Hello and welcome back to Rage Gaming and Code Vein 2. Today we're talking about things that I wish I knew a lot sooner in my opening hours of play, since I was able to play the game a little bit early and there was no information out there for me other than playing the game, exploring and discovering it myself. So yeah, there's quite a few important things I wish I'd known sooner until I discovered it in what I would say is a little bit late. So let's begin. One of the first things is your partner, and how you can swap between having them out as a summon to help you fight, but also to assimilate them, to take them into yourself and gain some buffs. You can see the buffs at the bottom there. It actually changes as we have the partner summon, so there's the icon for that. And as he goes away, we get these two buffs on the side. What are those? Well, you can open up any menu and then sort of open up the trait list. So I press this button and it shows me what the trait lists are on the left here. With Noah specifically, with the link trait, we're getting action stamina cost down. But then also his partner trait bonus, that's the 2 dexterity, and speeds up the charge drain attacks. So my charge drain attacks take less time to charge up, which allows me to drain Ichor and maintain the Ichor I need to be spamming it and dumping it. But the thing here is the fact that when you assimilate, he can still revive me. I mistook this as you need to have the partner out and summoned before they can actually revive you. But as you can see, they can. And you can track when the revive's back by the icon of the partner refilling and sort of being ready to go again. Speaking of partners, leveling your jail specifically enhances their power, and so that's really important. And it's based on the highest jail you have in your inventory. So it doesn't matter whether you're not sure what jail to run and why. Pick one that you like and upgrade it as far as you can, because it's straight up going to increase the attack power of your partner. Last word on your partner, my advice is to have your partner out when you're playing in the open world and killing packs of enemies and mobs. Anytime you go against a particularly strong, like elite or mini boss or full-on boss, in most cases, it is better to have the partner assimilated. You'll get the perks of that, which is nice, but you will lose the partner damage. Partner damage is outlined by this white on the health bar of the enemy. And the problem with that white damage is that if it's an enemy that's strong, it will at one point roar, it'll scream and enrage. And then it fully heals all of that white damage. You can bypass that by, landing hits regularly yourself, but there are plenty of times where you just miss it. And obviously the benefits of taking in the buffs to yourself by assimilating are big. And then again, you're not losing the revive, so I think it's a good idea. Now, a key aspect of growing in power is leveling up, sure, but enhancing your regeneration of the 2 types is even more important, arguably. As you can see, I've now just enhanced my recovery amount, and I'm already doing fantastic on the regeneration count. The difference between this is how much healing you get when you actually use a heal, and then how many heals you have to work with. So right now, I have 7 heals to work with, and I'm 1 golden nectar away from reaching 8. You can see that the regen count actually starts to scale in how much nectar I need to find before I can upgrade it. Meanwhile, each golden blood bead is a lot rarer and more impactful per level up. If we look at this save with the first region largely explored, you can see where the golden nectars are. All you have to do is go up and grab it, but to find these, there's a really simple trick. This little blue icon shows you where they are. And to reveal those, you just need to go to one of these pink spots. When you go to this pink spot, you'll find a jammer, you break it, you reveal this section. And by doing so, it also reveals those blue icons so that you know, hey, there's a nectar over there, go grab it. So it's not even like secret or hidden, it's literally marked on your map, you just go over and grab it. So anytime you see those blue dots, make a priority of doing that ASAP. You'll have more heals than you know what to do with. In regards to the golden blood beads, it's a bit different to the golden nectar. You find these at these special locations, the Tower of Regeneration. As you can see, it's outlined by this small church structure. This shape is the same wherever a Tower of Regen is. So we see one on the west side of the first region, the Sunken City, and there's another one on the east side. And you can literally, as soon as you reveal this section, you can just see the outline of the structure, so you know the Tower of Regen's there. You just have to go over and claim it. Bonus fact about revealing the map. This also works inside of dungeons. So you may have revealed the region, but now you're in a dungeon, you don't have a minimap because it's obscured. You need to find the jammer that's within here. Now, of course, there are secret areas in these dungeons, and you can find them without breaking the jammer. But the truth is, when you break the jammer, you get the minimap, it reveals every area in the dungeon. So you can easily see where you have been and where you still need to explore, which is obviously where the secrets are. Often, this is where I find mini bosses and golden chests with big items, weapons, upgrade materials, and more, so you want to be thorough. Strongly recommend that. Right, here's an important tip. I'm currently in the past, in 2179. And to go to the present, I need to use the bond of returning, which is a bit of an awkward mechanic. I'd rather be able to do it wherever I want, but this is the icon. So I can see the past area of the sunken city on this save, and yet the tutorial starting island is completely obscured. So if I go to the bond of returning, fast travel and follow bond, we're going to transfer error. We're going to go from the past to the present. And you can do this whenever you want. And there's a lot of reasons to do this. So as I'm now in the present, the map has changed a little bit here, such as the starting island and the bridge that was created here via the past actually exists now. And so you can see the starting island. We come out of this cliff top cavern and you have access to like the western ruins, south ruins, and not a lot else. But once you complete the tutorial, you actually start to unlock some other things, such as this eastern area over here, where we can see one of those outlines of a church. So the very first tower of regen is actually on the starting island. That's where you get your first healing upgrade and at least 3, if not 4, of the golden nectar for quantity. So it's important to swap errors for that reason as well, but I have another example for you. Down here, there's an important main story thing, and to get there, we're going to need to pass through the gatehouse ruins, go through a gate. So here we are in the present, and the gate's open and we can just go through there right now. But if I was to go back to the past right now, that gate would be closed, and that area would be inaccessible. So the point here is that gates literally open and close based on what era you're in. Areas are accessible or they're not, including NPCs, storylines, and side quests. So if you can't get somewhere, try swap error and see if it's open now. Right, here's a crazy important mechanic that simply isn't revealed or unlocked really until you randomly decide to talk to this large lady in the hub. So this is Magmel, it's unlocked at the end of the tutorial, this is present Magmel. So these 3 NPCs will just be stood here. By speaking with them, you can catch up with them, and that checks your current progress, which I currently haven't made any. The first time you do that, she's going to give you her code and also tell you about unlocking partner-specific boosters. Boosters are insane. There are these 4 slots here on the side here next to the jail that give you important effects. So they're like very bone ones are straight up +2 strength, +2 dexterity, which are both useful for a melee build because that increases melee damage. Strength for bigger weapons, dex for smaller weapons. But then there are more interesting effects, like max LP up. This is literally increasing the health that I have, the blue shield that's not on my UI right now, inconveniently. But other stuff, like increased Ichor gain whenever I drain, which then gives me more Ichor to work with. Or when I drain, I now have attack power up for my next attack post-drain. This is a lot of the way that you can modify a build or just enhance the specific playstyle that you're going for. So it's very important. So by speaking with Latvina, not only does she give her your code, but she unlocks the ability to unlock character-specific boosters. All that she asks is that you take a code and start working on it. Kill enemies while it's equipped and you feel the proficiency. When that's done, the tied character gives you their better version of the code. So the starting version, 13 strength, the upgraded version, 19, something simple like that. But because I've now mastered that code or got the second level of it, I can speak with the large lady in the hub and she will give me Jose's booster unlock, which in that case for Jose is strength. Then you have Noah for dexterity is another example. Since I'm a melee build, I wanted both of those. And if you want to unlock more, all you need to do is every time you get a new code, like this one, this one, this one, or this one that I've not used at all really, I just equip it, kill enemies, get it upgraded, and see what booster comes from it. But there is another way to get other boosters that are really, really strong. By speaking with merchants or this specific Jadwiga in the hub, you want to choose Extract Booster. As you can see here, we've got Strength Booster Overload. That's strength +5 instead of +2. That's insane. Definitely want that. But to craft this Overload version, I need to get Werebeast parts. There's 4 different kinds and I need different quantities. And I'm also going to need 4,000 haze. This is how I built the Ichor Absorber and the Max LP Boost. So for that one, I saw that I needed to kill Succubus. And I found over here, the hill overlooking clock, there's a bridge where a Succubus is right next to the missile. So I was able to spawn there, kill the Succubus, get one of the parts, go back to the missile, refresh, kill the Succubus again, get another part. And I just did that for like 10 minutes, got all of the parts I needed, and got that booster, which is now really impactful on my gameplay. But wait, there's one more option for enhancing your boosters that is more of a long-term thing. Side quests you get from the partners, like Iris. She requests you to go kill a specific enemy in a couple locations. One in Sunken City, Corroded Scar, Undead Forest. Initially, your first one will be here in the Sunken City. So in the present, I need to go there and kill the mini-boss. I'll get some rewards for that and she'll be appreciative, but I need to then go get the Undead Forest and Corroded Scar one after that. At which point, she will enhance her own booster for me. So take Noah's request. He has the Dexterity booster. I'm definitely going to want his enhanced version of that. So I need to make sure I go kill the thing in the present, or the past, whichever it is, in these locations. So take the Sunken City here. We can see that side quest by the golden mark here. I know that's where I need to go kill that boss and progress Noah's storyline. So it's something to keep track of and work on. Let's do some quicker blasts. Did you realize that weapons can be dropped by enemies if they're holding one? If you kill them enough times and get lucky with the drop, eventually they drop the weapon. So farming enemies for the weapon is a reasonable strat. In fact, in the opening section, you'll start seeing the tainted weapons, which you shouldn't sleep on. One of the strongest weapons you can get is the Deluxe Edition one-handed sword, if you have that version of the game. This is largely because it has Sacrificial Edge. Quick little tip for you, I press R2 and I'm getting more information about stuff here. So what I'm doing is I'm going down to the formae I've got equipped and I get some more information. So Sacrificial Edge greatly increases attack power but gradually drains health. It's a nasty health drain, but the damage bonus is insane. So any weapon early that has this buff is comically good for a boss fight. Like, it's ridiculous. So we have, say, the Tainted Sword, the Tainted Halberd, and the Tainted Hammer. These all have Sacrificial Edge on it, so are a great alternative. On the starting island, there's an elite right here, down by the pier, that has the hammer. Kill it enough times and it drops it. Or the halberd, you can get it in the southern ruins from the enemies just holding the halberd. So if you see a weapon that looks cool, that an enemy's holding, kill it enough times and you'll just get it. Now, in terms of upgrading your equipment, I want to just let you know that for at least 2 to 3 weapons, you're going to get more than you need in terms of upgrade materials. So let's just look at a couple examples here. These dual blades, Crimson Stone 1s. I can now buy these infinitely very early in the game, so that's not an issue. For the next upgrades, I'm going to need Crimson Stone 2, and I'm going to need like 3 or 4 total. You see, I'm sat on 12 right now. Like, they absolutely drown you in these just by following the main quest. They're all around the main quest areas, and if you explore around the map, just keep an eye out for any purple glowing orbs. Those are valuable materials like this that you want to pick up. As you can see, I'm already sat on 8 of the next level. Same thing for the materials that you need to upgrade your jail. Platinum, you're absolutely drowning in it. And as I said, with your partner attack power being increased when you upgrade a jail's level, make sure you're doing that. Now, another thing is this weird merchant, Jadwiga, that appears all over the hub. She actually appears in a bunch of different places, but one of the most important places is actually upstairs. When you're in the main entrance, instead of just turning down and going left, go right, go through her kind of like merchant place, and go upstairs. As we come out onto the balcony, we turn right, and very shortly on my right is going to be an open door where she's hanging out in just kind of a chill room. Here is where you can speak with her to unlock her code, unlock her as a partner, trade items with her, but also she requests something called Uncanny Stones, which are basically a special item you'll find when exploring the open world, dungeons, and otherwise. Initially, she wants 4 of these, and when you give that to her, she'll give you this, the VIP Pass Iron level. This initially updates her shop stock, and then she's going to ask for more. The next one, she's going to want 8 of the stones. So what you want to do is be collecting these stones regularly, handing them in whenever you've got the number she wants. This will then keep her stock of merchant options upgrading and progressing alongside you as you progress the game, which is important because she's offering good stuff worth your time. Next, let's take a look at my buff bar. As you can see, I have my companion buff, but then I have these 2 red buffs with a specific symbol next to it. That is called a Pathos buff. And as you can see, these things, when you find them, when you interact with them, give you some ridiculous buffs. Technically, I'm on the starting island right now, and I've only got 2 that I want to show you. The Claire and Ingrid buffs. Restoration offering healing boost, and max LP and Icor boost. So while I'm on the starting island, I just have these boosts. But the thing is, you can see that there's more around the map in the other region. The first region you explore post-tutorial, the Sunken City. We have one here, we have one here, there's one here. In fact, there's one I need to go collect over here that I've not activated yet. So let's leave the tutorial island and teleport somewhere over here and see the difference. Now that I'm on the Sunken City island, you can see I've got 4 activated. The extra healing, the max Ichor, but now we have max stamina and mind boost, max health and willpower boost. That's because I've gone and collected more in this region. So while I'm playing in this area, I'm getting all of these enhanced buffs. A lot of them are just in the open, clearly marked on the map for you to go activate. Some of them are going to be inside a dungeon, somewhere hidden within it. But at very least, when you go to a new region, one of the first things you should do is go activate as many pathos as you can by exploring and finding them. It will make you stronger, you've got more health, more healing, all this kind of stuff, you deal more damage. That makes the rest of the game easier. One other unlock that you can get that I do want to mention is the hot springs. There's actually a few of these around the map. The island overlook hot springs is on the west side here of the Sunken City, and the first one you find is actually in Magmel. As you can see, when you first interact with them, you get some recipes unlocked. So each time you find one of these hot springs, you're just getting more item crafting options. It's easy to find them, much like you're looking for the churches or the pathos buffs. You'll also just see a circle outline somewhere in each region. To access crafting, you come to item synthesis, and this is what we currently have access to. Food buffs are amazing because you basically eat the thing until you have the next rest of the missile or die, you have the buff. So in this case, I'd have increased defense, taking less damage per hit. But other valuable crafts are here. Venom vaccines, and other vaccines to reduce the effect of the many different kinds of ailments. So if I'm dealing with a boss that's nasty focus on one ailment, then I can take a vaccine for that fight. So unlocking more and more crafts is an important thing to do, so visit those hot springs. But yeah, for now, that's a list of things that I thought were really useful and important to know that I worked out a little bit late. I hope you find this useful, and if you did, do drop a like. Until next time then, I've been Hollow, you've been you, and thanks for watching.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.